Harvey Milk. I'm a supervisor in San Francisco, and I'm gay.
When people think of the LGBT rights movement, Ellen DeGeneres, rainbow flags, and endless state legislations come to mind, but rarely does Harvey Milk. However, he was a critical member of the fight for LGBT equality. Harvey Milk was born in New York in 1930, but his real home became San Francisco in 1972. During this time, San Francisco's gay community was growing and becoming more prominent. Uncharted and unmeasured it may be, but the power and presence of a large homosexual community is an accepted fact in San Francisco, says the New York Times in an article in 1977.
Talking about 60 to 80,000 gay people who are integrated throughout society and through life. Everything from politicians to doctors to ditch diggers to bus drivers. What's happened in San Francisco is most of them, or a great percentage of them, have come out. And the relationships within the community, the building of bridges that exist, the lifestyle. This street that I live on is maybe 20–25% gay.
The minority population of LGBT, or lesbian, gay, bisexual, transgender, community was growing and becoming more prominent and recognized in San Francisco around this time. Gay pride marches and businesses run by openly gay people were springing up, giving recognition to the gay rights movement. All it needed was a voice. Harvey Milk's. So that's what he became when he was elected to the Board of Supervisors in 1977. However, in the rest of America, the movement wasn't receiving such positive reactions. America was at a point where the FBI kept files on gay activists, the U.S. Postal Service kept a log of addresses that received materials related to homosexuality, and state and local governments were passing laws to shut down establishments catering to homosexuals. However, the Stonewall riots had just occurred in 1969, which transformed the movement from a small group of activists to a more widespread fight for equal rights. It would take some time before the LGBT movement became as big as it is today. When Harvey Milk first moved to San Francisco, he opened a camera shop in Castro, which was the heart of San Francisco's gay community.
It was more than just a camera store. It was kind of like a place for people in the neighborhood to come and find out what's happening or to get help.
Daniel Nicoletta, who worked in Harvey's camera store for a time, described Castro Street as an exhilarating epicenter of social, political, economic, and artistic synergy. Although Harvey Milk was only a simple business owner at the time, he quickly became a leader in the community and was often called the mayor of Castro Street. He ran for the San Francisco Board of Supervisors multiple times, but wasn't elected until 1977. In the meantime, he founded the Castro Village Association, one of the first organizations in America of predominantly LGBT businesses. In 1974, he also organized the Castro Street Fair.
Well, 2 years ago I was sitting in my store one day and got bored and decided to entertain myself by putting on a street fair. And so I proposed the idea of a street fair and produced it.
These things not only served as an outlet and recognition for LGBT business owners, they served as blueprints for other LGBT communities. But finally getting elected to the Board of Supervisors in 1977 was when Harvey Milk truly showed his leadership. This was a huge moment for the gay community, because Harvey Milk was one of the first openly gay elected officials, and he wasn't hiding it either. When he was first elected to the board and was sworn in, he said, "As you know, I am gay."
There's a state law that says gay people cannot legally be married, but there is no state law or law any place in the universe that says two people cannot love each other. And I'd like to introduce my lover.
And the media took note. The New York Times came out the following morning with an article entitled, "Homosexual on Board Cites Role as Pioneer," and quoted Milk as saying, "I am a symbol of hope to gays and all minorities." He soon proved to be a very effective leader. According to his nephew, Stuart Milk, commitment to nonviolence was at his very core. He held rallies and gave speeches, but his most prominent strategy was serving his constituents, which he did by solving everyday problems that everybody encountered, and not just the LGBT community. The Advocate said that Milk molded the gay community into a united voting bloc, and his populist agenda, which attracted straight families, working-class voters, and senior citizens, gave him a powerful base. Sally Gearhart, who worked closely with Milk, said, "He really did listen to lots of people. He really did believe in diversity. He was more than just a supervisor." While in office, Milk was faced with a lot of opposition, such as the Briggs Initiative, also known as Proposition 6, which, if passed, would have allowed schools to fire teachers based solely on their sexual orientation.
I care about this country, and I care about the family, and I really, sincerely, honestly, and truly believe, with the bottom of my heart, that homosexuality is a real threat to the survival of this country. Parents have the ultimate right as to who is going to teach their children. Based on that ultimate right, at one time parents didn't want blacks to teach. At one time they didn't want women to teach. You know, the old Bible says women shouldn't be teachers.
Milk traveled the state to campaign against the initiative, and even wrote a letter to Jimmy Carter about the need to strike it down. Eventually, he succeeded, providing a level of security and equality in the workplace for LGBT teachers. He also helped pass the Gay Rights Ordinance, which gave employment equality for LGBT individuals. According to the New York Times, it was considered the most stringent in the nation. Harvey Milk himself said,
What the Gay Rights Ordinance in San Francisco, the main focus is to prevent the people who are already employed who are gay, who, if they want to come out and break down the stereotypes, prevent them from being fired.
And Governor Brown said it became a model for anti-discrimination legislation throughout California and the nation.
I have never considered myself a candidate. I have always considered myself part of a movement.
One of the most important things that Harvey Milk did was inspire people.
And the gay movement is about the letter I got from Southwest Africa when he read about a gay person getting elected here. And that person has hope.
Dennis Perrone, a lover of Milk's, said, "What he really did was give us pride in ourselves and hope, too."
Last week I got that phone call from Altoona, Pennsylvania. In my election, gave somebody else, one more person, hope. And after all, that's what it's about. It's not about personal gain, not about ego, not about power. It's about giving those young people out there, in Altoona, Pennsylvania, hope. Gotta give them hope. This is to be played only in the event of my death by assassination.
Francisco Mayor George Moscone was shot and killed today in his City Hall office. Minutes later, City Supervisor Harvey Milk was shot and killed in an office down
Mayor
the hall.
Moscone and Supervisor Harvey Milk have been shot.
So was Harvey Milk, city supervisor. Both shot, both murdered.
Harvey Milk was aware that his openness about his sexuality put him at high risk for assassination. Sure enough, Dan White killed Harvey Milk and Mayor Moscone on November 27, 1978. The nation was devastated. His assassination was met with mourning all over the country, and protesters shouting served as a testament of his impact on people. Frank M. Robinson, Milk's speechwriter, said, "It may be my biased opinion, but I believe that Harvey would have ended up as a major political force in this country." And his impact remains strong. He was awarded the Presidential Medal of Freedom in 2009, Time magazine named him one of the most influential people of the 20th century, Sean Penn won the 2009 Oscar for Best Actor for the movie Milk, while The Times of Harvey Milk won the 1985 Academy Award for Best Documentary. In addition, Governor Arnold Schwarzenegger of California proclaimed May 22nd Harvey Milk Day in California. Overall, Harvey Milk has been widely recognized as an important figure to our nation's history and development. The legacy that I think he would want to be remembered for is the imperative to live one's life at all times with integrity. The fight for LGBT rights is still going on and has a long way to go, but it wouldn't have been possible without Harvey Milk. In May 2014, Senator Dianne Feinstein said, "At a time when LGBT individuals were ostracized from society, Harvey was a revolutionary, unafraid to do what was right. Through leadership, legislation, and inspiration, Harvey Milk helped accelerate and increase acceptance for the LGBT rights movement."